Hi everyone, my name is Victor Rincon and I am an ESL teacher at Wichita High School East. I wanted to get started first with about my demographics. So I actually graduated from Kansas State University. I got my Bachelor's of Science in Secondary Education with an emphasis in business education, and I added my ESL endorsement to my degree when I graduated K-State. After that, I actually moved to Wichita, Kansas, where I started working within the Wichita Public Schools. It's currently my sixth year working for the Wichita Public Schools. We serve about 51,000 students within the entire district. And then I currently am working at Wichita High School East, which we serve about 2,300 students. Um, and so after working there for a little while, I decided to kind of go back to school, which now I'm going through Fort Hays. This is my second year in the program, and I'm working towards a Master's of Science in Educational Administration. And so I'm pretty excited and excited to graduate this December. And so been very excited about my program, been learning a lot. Anyhow, a little bit about my family. So I have four younger brothers. You can see them in the picture up here. This is my brother Michael. He is 9 years old. This is my brother George. He is 16. My brother Eric. He is 23. My brother Jose is 27. And then this is me in the background, and I am 29 years old. And then my mom in the middle. And so she was very lucky, I think, to have all boys. And so we have no sisters at all. And then this is what I like to tell people. This is my son down here, and his name is Taz, and he is 4 years old. So um, the next section was the critical reflection, and so I wanted to kind of start out a little bit about with our student and faculty agenda. When I saw this, I just kind of thought, how do our administrators share this information with our students? And it's really through the student and faculty agenda. And I pulled out some samples, like the bullying up here in the corner. Board of Education Policy 1464 talks about bullying and how we don't tolerate any type of bullying, such as physical, cyber, um, within UST 259. And cyberbullying is a big one, especially being an intern. I've been seeing a lot of that through Snapchat and social media apps, and so that's definitely something I know I'm going to have to face when I become an administrator. We have currently 5 assistant principals and 1 building principal at our school. Every principal is in charge of a certain area, and so like we have 1 assistant principal that is in charge of like our fire drills or tornado drills or evacuation drills. And I actually added those because those are state law. We have to do that because it's state law, and so we have one AP that's actually in charge of that. When it comes to online enrollment, we do communicate rights that the parents and students have while attending our schools. This includes like 504s, BIT plans, or if they're ESOL students, things like that. They're all communicated through paperwork. They sign all the enrollment so that they're communicated and they understand their laws and what laws are there to protect them and their students, and so on. Mr. Thiessen, which is our building principal, he actually makes us go over the agenda every semester. And so every teacher in the school has to go over all the rules, the different policies that the Board of Education passes, and then we have to communicate that with our students. Again, at the Board of Education meetings, they are now, what's cool is they started making them online. And so they actually record them, and so you can actually go to our district website and watch those board meetings and how things are passed. And then, of course, the union within Wichita, they actually will send out the minutes or what happened during the Board of Education meetings. And again, everything's available on our school website. When I started talking about critiquing, my personal knowledge, I mean, I know a few laws. These are the ones that kind of just came up to me. Automatically, I thought the Office for Civil Rights, OCR, and how they ensure equal access for students, for education for all students. I thought about IDEA. That's something I learned as an undergrad. and how that protects our students with learning disabilities, and how they have a right to a free and appropriate education. I thought Brown versus Board of Education, that one ended segregation from black and white students. In ESOL, I thought about Laos versus Nichols. That actually was like a win for bilingual education, and especially being an ESOL teacher, we are required by law to provide instructional support and everything for students that English is not their first language, and a lot of it is because we can thank the Lau versus Nichols in 1974. We have ESAW, Every Student Succeeds Act, and that's kind of new to me. We've been kind of learning it so far in district in-services, and so I'm guessing Kansas probably calls it KISA, but there's still a lot that I'm still learning about that one, but I know it replaced No Child Left Behind. And then again, that Board of Education policies, 1464, which I talked about the bullying. And then we have our state laws, which is like the state fire drills, tornado drills, evacuation drills, and so on. So my plan for this class is definitely keep that textbook. I definitely think it's important for us to understand school law, and to make sure, because it can really help us protect us from lawsuits, but not only that, but really just advocate for our students. I plan on joining a professional organization when I get my degree, National Association for Secondary School Principals, just because they can help me keep up to date with the new laws and new lawsuits that are happening every day within our schools across the nation. I also plan on keeping up to date, such as looking at news articles, looking on the internet, newspapers, in schools, do things with professional development so that even my staff will understand the new laws. I plan on collaborating with other principals, superintendents, district colleagues. A big one I thought about was human resources, and understanding the laws from hiring to firing to how we can treat personnel, staff members. We have a legal team that can help us, avoid different types of lawsuits, and they worked also with, human resources and all of the district leadership team, as we know as MTSS. And so I definitely have those resources. My principals, I can go to them if I have a question about a certain situation. I know they're more than wanting to help me, and so I know I can go to them. So that's nice to know. And then definitely attend district board meetings, and then State Department of Education, just kind of getting familiar, who to contact and who I need to visit with, so that if I have a situation or something, that I know how I can go to my resources and basically ask for some advice. Anyhow, that's pretty much what I got for you. Like I said, I know a little bit. I definitely, just from what I've learned from my undergraduate and working within Wichita Public Schools, but I am looking forward to learning more and understanding more law, and the difference between federal, state, and Board of Education, and how all of that kind of works together. And so I do look forward to learning with you and collaborating with you each semester. And again, thanks for watching, and good luck, everyone.